ask about that paper? I'll have to look it up. It sounds fascinating. So have you've done modelling, have you, of this path to net zero for Britain? Is that what you're saying? And
That's what we're saying, yes.
right, okay, and yeah, it's feasible if there's this some technology shifts, technological improvements, but also there may need to be some subsidies for electric vehicles. I think was that what you?
For electric vehicles, but also for the grid.
Right.
You need a massively improved grid, both because there's vastly more electricity, but it's got to be more resilient to climate change, because climate change is going to happen even if we manage to reduce everywhere. It's still going to carry on for a long time, because the oceans and the air have got to equilibrate the temperature, and that takes a long time to happen. So sea level rise will continue, the Earth will continue to warm, but at a slower and slower rate if we stop pumping out quite as much CO2. And obviously, if we can find ways of extracting it, there's a lot of research in that would help. Now, one of the things that does extract it, believe it or not, is basalt, which is the stuff that volcanoes erupt, right? Now, if you look at photographs of volcanoes, the land around them is very fertile. So you can actually replace artificial fertilizers by ground up basalt. And that will act as a fertilizer because it's got all the minerals in it, but it also absorbs CO2. So it actually helps reduce CO2, whereas artificial fertilizers, in making it produce CO2, they produce nitrous oxide, etc., etc. So one of our proposals is that we start switching quite rapidly to using ground up basalt, which costs next to nothing. There's 300,000 cubic kilometers of basalt in India.
Right.
Yeah. It'll take a long time to use that up.